Hey VC, I'm going to get right into this. I've been meaning to do this for a while. If I don't get a lot of people viewing it because they're particular about liking their vinyl, that's cool. But as you can tell from the Facebook group, I'm a big supporter of music in general. I'm a big supporter of showing those CDs. And to break it down real quickly, I traded a lot of mostly all of my old CD collection to get my new, sorry about my text, to get my new vinyl collection started. But the vinyl collecting wasn't really just about the quality on vinyl, it's about discovering new music for me. And then I've been going to Goodwill's a lot, so if I can't have any luck with vinyl, I can have good luck with CDs. So I'm starting a brand new CD collection from scratch that I have on my windowsill right under the phone that's recording this right now. It's probably like this long. I go through stuff, and actually this is my new little handy dandy, I bust out my old CD player, Sony, which is incredible. If you guys go digging and you're in a store with CDs, go ahead, man. Bring your old CD player, bring some headphones. Every time I'm listening to music, I have people interrupt me in the Goodwill, and they're like, "That's the best idea ever!" So, I want to show you. I'm going to show you a couple different things. This is all 90's music. 90's is actually really cool. I'm gonna grab one last one actually, by the way. There's a lot of great stuff that I'm getting into in the 90's that I never knew. So see how I can get all this done with under 15 minutes. So maybe I'll try not to talk too much, but show it. This is PM Dawn, the Bliss album, Vibrations of Love and Anger and the Ponderance of Life and Existence, which is from 1993 on Island. Really, really cool mix of, you know, there was hip hop and R&B, more on the more on the R&B and the singing side, but this is a really, really cool record. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people who get down with R&B and dance music and that stuff and would really appreciate this. PM Dawn. This is Matthew Sweet, Altered Beast. When I was in high school even, I got into a couple Matthew Sweet CDs, like obviously Girlfriend, and the other one I really had 100% Fun. But this is actually considered as a part 1 and part 2 of the album, and a lot of people consider this sort of like his magnum opus. I went through it once and I liked it, but it's going to need repeated listens. But Matthew Sweet, Altered Beast. I just started listening to this today for the first time. Really cool. I think they're from London, or they're from somewhere in England, I think. Jesus Jones, the album Doubt. This was on Food Records from 1991. They're very big for a song called Right Here, Right Now. And it's kind of like it's like indie dance, actually. There's a lot of like unts, but it's like an indie vibe, and it's very interesting. A lot of music mixed up in here. And I realized the other big song, Real, 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 is the sample from Fat Joe, Slow Down. If you guys know that song with Young Jeezy that goes, ooh, 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 ha, ha. That's Real, Real, Real. So we got, this stuff's crazy too. Tripping Daisy, I Am an Elastic Firecracker on Island from 1995. The record cover is so interesting. It makes it seem like this is going to be such a weird, like, devilish record, and it's just a lot of fun. Really interesting stuff on here. They have a 9+ minute song called Prick. But there's a lot of cool stuff on here. I really liked it. I listened to it all through in the car a month back or so. I just keep collecting stuff, so sorry about those sounds. It's text messaging, sorry. Just listened to this for the first time today, too. Got around to it. Never listened to much of this band, but always knew who they were. Meat Puppets. This is their album from on London from 1994, Too High to Die. And again, really interesting band. A lot of cool stuff. I know they had a lot of records that people love. I know their third album is very big and considered their best. This came out later on. Nirvana helped them getting them bigger once they repped them and then had them play on the Unplugged album. But you know, songs are great on here, like Severed God His Hand and Flaming Heart and Shine, back to back to back, are really great. So I didn't go through the whole album yet, but it's good what I like so far. This is one I need to dig more into. I really liked the first time, I never listened to it more after that. From 1992 on IRS Records, this is a band called Dada, and the album's called Puzzle. Really enjoyed this when I listened to it. Their song that got them big, that had some, well, not big, but had some credit, was Disneyland, D-I-Z-Z, and then N-E-E-E, Disneyland. But really enjoy when I listen to it. Supposedly it's one of those one of those forgotten 90's classics. So let me know if you know about that one. I'm going to save the best for last, actually. I haven't listened to this at all yet, but we all know this band, and if you didn't know this band, you do now because of the fame that our friend Damien has brought to them. Ned's Atomic Dustbin. I actually found the second album. I really liked the first one. I kept it after I got it. This is Are You Normal? Haven't listened to the second one yet, but, you know, automatically wanted to get it. I don't know if they have more than 2 or not, but now I got the first 2. Need to listen to this, but I really like the first one. So, Ned, tell me how you feel about the second one. Tori Amos from 1996, Boys for Pele. Just a really dense listen. I went through this one so far as well, and I literally haven't felt this one this way in a while. I was reading the reviews, and I was like intimidated and nervous about going into this record because people talk about it with such high regard and how dense it is. So this was good stuff. I would like to listen to it, dig into it more. It's definitely going to take repeated listens for sure to even like remember certain parts of it. But this and Choir Girl, the only ones I have. So these are my 2 favorites from this. This one is just the one that no one would talk about, that no one seems to know. They put out 1 album. This is a fantastic record. 10 songs, lots of variety in genre. 1995 IRS Records called The Surfing Brides, Sparkys Dinner. I cannot recommend this album enough. Please, go out and buy it right now. I'm going to keep it going just to check out the songs that are on YouTube. Their singles, Everything's Fine and Little Blue Heaven. And I think you'd be really impressed by that. Please, I recommend this highly. And then this one is just a beast. I never even knew who this was. World Party. It's one guy, produced and recorded by Carl Wallinger. The album's called Goodbye Jumbo in 1990 on Chrysalis and Ensign. World Party, Goodbye Jumbo. This is just a massive album. Just great pop rock album. Really, really enjoyed it. I don't know what else to say. It's awesome. It really is. You gotta check this album out. Those are the 2 best I'd recommend. If you got all those here and you want 2, I'd recommend The Surfing Bride, Sparkys Dinner, and Goodbye Jumbo, World Party. Those are the 2 you gotta get. So that's the 90s stuff I picked up. And here's 3 jazz ones that are great. This is Oscar Brown Jr., Then and Now. This is the first time he ever had something put on CD. I never even knew this guy, but now it's like awesome reading about him. He was on the Def Poetry HBO series they had, put all these albums out. The first 8 songs are from his 2 first albums, Sin and Soul and Between Heaven and Hell from 60 and 62 on Columbia Sony. And then the other 8 are brand new songs that when he recorded this in 95. So check out Oscar Brown Jr. It's just good stuff. Then we got Eric Dolphy. I found a CD, a re-release, and I didn't even know how big this album was, and now I'm reading how big it was, and I need to go through this still. Eric Dolphy's Out to Lunch. I'm going to go past this quickly because I'm sure you guys all know about it, and I'm the one that's out of the loop, so I'm just going to go through it and pass it. This is the Rudy Van Gelder edition. If you guys can tell me what it means to be the Rudy Van Gelder edition, I'd appreciate that. I need to read the notes inside still. And this is the real gem I discovered here. Doug Karn, Adam's Apple. Who wouldn't buy this when they saw this right away? This is on a record label called Black Jazz Records that was around for some time. He has 3 other albums on Black Jazz Records that were before this one. This is his last and his 4th for the album label. First 3 were called Revelation, Spirit of the New Land, and Infant Eyes. I can't recommend this enough. Google it. Look on Blogspot, on blog search on Google, and get this album. It's just really something else. Actually, he also has Ronnie Laws on the tenor and soprano, which is sort of like back in the day before he was bigger. This album was originally from... This is the re-release on 1998, but when is the original album? I think it's in the 60s. It is in the 60s, I think, but I can't find the year on here. It's a classic album. Honestly, this is quite a steal and quite a find for $1. Everyone should be checking out Adam's Apple. Alright, I gotta keep moving. Quick. Let me show you these things. These are 2 bands I found in Goodwill more recent that are great. People in Plains, As Far as the Eye Can See. A Welsh band. Really great stuff. A lot of people talk about how they have like influence from both Radiohead and Muse. And I was really intrigued by the color scheme, actually. And decided to get this one. It's on Wind Up Records. And they have some really great songs on here. So, People in the Plains, if you want something more modern, this is from 2006. And this guy is just wonderful, too. This is independently put out. It's called Joshua Panda. The album is called What We Have Seen. And just really great. I sort of like the way he did Old School, featuring these hits and some others. I think this is a couple years ago. This is 2009. And JoshuaPanda.com. Check out Joshua Panda. This stuff is, I think, on YouTube, actually. Great stuff. Check out Vineyard Love Song. And then I'm going to show you, last but not least, I've been buying new CDs. Building up my collection, buying CDs now. What you're listening to right here was released on Delicious Vinyl this year. This is Frank and Danks' original album, 48 Hours. I never really had a nice proper release. All songs are produced by Jay Dilla. So they have disc 1, the album. You're listening to disc 2, which is the instrumentals. And in that same vein, I bought this baller, the Far Side Lab Cabin California, which is my favorite Far Side 3-disc set that they put out. And the 3-disc set has the original album, the instrumentals, and remixes and B-sides. So that's a really cool thing to have. Comes with a little booklet as well. 25th anniversary of Delicious Vinyl. Really nice packaging. I really like this. So got that. I'm a big Foreign Exchange fan. Nicolay and Fonte from Little Brother. Love it. This is their the reworks. 2-album disc set of reworks and imaginings, and B-sides as well, and some new songs. Can't get enough of the Foreign Exchange. I saw them a couple years ago for the first time, and I loved it. Got married into them. So Foreign Exchange is great. Great new band, Savages, Silence Yourselves. I'm gonna go fast with this on Matador, but I'm gonna keep moving because my time's probably about up. And last but not least, still haven't got to this. One of my favorite bands. Came out in November in 2012 and still haven't gotten to it till now because I have no computer, so I don't get free music anymore. Deftones' Koi no Yokon. Haven't touched it yet. Very, very excited to delve into it, but really looking into the history on it. And that's it. CDs, baby. Keep them alive. Peace.